Hi there and welcome to our channel. Once again, we're bringing you another exciting matchup in an amazing line of celebrity duels. Today, we'll be looking at two martial arts film characters that have been portrayed by two real-life martial artists. One was a bodybuilder and a martial artist, and the other was also vast in over 4 martial arts styles. This time around, we'll be pitting two fictional characters played by these real-life fighters against each other. This fight is between Chong Li from Bloodsport and Twister from Ip Man. Who do you think would come out on top in a fight between these two characters? Shall we find out? Before we step into the ring, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and click on the bell icon so you never miss any of our future uploads. With that done, let's get ready to witness this epic fight. Chong Li and the Twister are two engaging characters of two of the most loved martial arts films starring Bolo Yeung and Darren Shalabi respectively. So in this hypothetical matchup, we'll be looking at the characters that both men portrayed in these movies and their abilities within the context of their plots. We'll use this to determine who would emerge as the winner in this fight. So let's meet our first contender, Chong Li from Bloodsport. The character Chong Li is the main antagonist for the movie Bloodsport. He is an extremely strong KungFu fighter and the defending champion. He is portrayed as a very aggressive and arrogant martial artist. Often he taunts and intimidates his opponents both before and during fights. In his career, Chong has killed a lot of opponents when fighting through the Kumite. The story follows Frank Dux, who is invited to the Kumite. The Kumite is an illegal martial arts tournament in Hong Kong. On his first day at the tournament, Chong taunts Dux. Before the tournament, Chong trains aggressively, showing off his brute strength. In the first round, he easily defeats Budaman Prang with a very strong rear neck choke, which knocks him out. On the second day of the tournament, Chong fights Swan, who punches him in the face several times, but Chong manages to knock him out and break his leg. Later on, Chong is matched against Ray Jackson, who happens to be Dux's friend. At first, Ray gets the upper hand and beats Chong, but instead of finishing him off, Ray gloats. Chong then uses the opportunity to beat him to a pulp, which lands Ray in the hospital. Dux promises Ray to get vengeance for him. On the final day of the tournament, Chong kills Chuan Ip Mung in the semifinals. Then he challenges Dux in the final round. In the final round, Dux's ninjutsu training served him well, and he was beating Chong. But Chong cheats and throws salt into Frank's eyes. This blinds him and gives Chong the advantage. To Chong's surprise, Frank uses his blindfolded ninjutsu training, and he manages to defeat Chong with 3 flying roundhouse kicks to the face. Despite being a strong and skilled fighter, Chong was not beyond cheating, but it still got him defeated. Chong Li, also known as the Beast from the East, had peak human strength and was an expert in martial arts. He enjoyed testing his skills on others, and he is capable of assault and battery, torture, cheating, and murder. The Twister is the main antagonist of the 2010 martial arts film Ip Man 2. He is an extremely arrogant and racist British boxing champion that proves to be a match for Master Ip Man. Mr. Miller, or the Twister, is an exceptionally arrogant, brutal, and openly racist boxer. He has no problem expressing his hatred for the Chinese. In the movie, Twister is first seen during the preparations of the boxing match. He shows his dislike and arrogance by rudely dismissing Hung, who greets him. He goes on to tell racist insults at Hung and Fatso. At the Chinese boxing exhibition, Twister goes to the ring and challenges one of the Chinese boxers to hit him. He manages to beat a few of the boxers, which starts a riot. Master Hung demands an apology from him, but he refuses. Instead, he challenges Hung to a fight with the condition that if Hung wins, he would apologize. In a bid to defend the honor of the Chinese culture and martial arts, Hung accepts the challenge. At first, the fight is even as Hung uses his skills to hold his own. However, Twister sucker punches Hung, which disorients him and triggers his asthma. Twister uses the advantage to beat up Hung despite Ip Man's pleading. In the process of not wanting to allow Taylor to insult his culture and his people, Hung refuses to give up and is beaten to death. Twister, extremely proud of his accomplishment, begins to taunt and cheer. At a later time, during a press conference, Twister boasts that he can beat any Chinese man that challenges him. Ip Man takes the challenge. The fight begins evenly with both men landing punches. However, Twister manages to knock Ip Man down and cheats by landing an illegal punch. Ip Man takes a few more beatings, but being inspired by Hung, he lands shattering punches on Twister's arm, which weakens him. Ip Man then hits Twister in the eye and ear. He then defeats the British boxer by putting his face between his knees and delivering non-stop blows to the head and ears. Twister had high strength, high stamina, high resilience, and he was a proficient in boxing and hand-to-hand combat. He is a remorseless and brutal racist. And despite having brute strength, he is also a cheater and a sore loser. Now that we have met our two characters, let's get down to business. To determine the outcome of this fight, we will judge our characters across 4 categories. They are fighting pedigree, physique, skill, and improvisation. For each category, we'll award a maximum of 10 points to each fight, and the fighter with the higher points wins. So let's begin. Fighting pedigree. Chong Li wins this round with 9 points because he is not only vast in boxing, but with other forms of martial arts. Twister gets 8 points because his fighting pedigree is mainly his boxing and hand-to-hand combat prowess. Skills. Both characters are quite skilled, but Chong has the upper hand because of his records. He is not afraid to use drastic measures to finish off his opponent. His skills have led him to kill countless people. Twister also has mad skills, but not as crazy as Chong's. So 10 points to Chong and 8 points to Twister. Physique. Bolo Young stands at 5 foot 6 inches in height and weighs 108 kilograms of bodybuilding muscle when he was in his prime. Darren Shalavi stands at 5 foot 11 inches and weighs 76 kilograms. Both actors have athletic builds, but Young has the upper hand. So this round goes to Young with 9 points and Darren with 8 points. Improvisation. This category might be a little tricky since both characters like to cheat to improvise. Chong threw salt in Frank's face as his way of cheating and improvising. Twister landed an illegal punch to improvise and give himself some advantage. Since both characters seem to be masters at improvising in their own way, we'll call it a tie with both characters getting 8 points. The verdict? With 35 points, Chong Li wins this fight, outdoing Twister at 32 points. Do you agree with our verdict? Let us know what you think in the comments section. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next video. Cheers!